We're doing quads today. Now, I like to separate quads into two sections. Wednesdays I do just the front of the legs, and then on Fridays I will hit hamstrings. My reason for doing that is because my hamstrings were underdeveloped, and by the time I got done doing quads, I was burnt. So I come in and do it's not really that bad actually. It's maybe 40 minutes today, 40 minutes Friday. If you don't have time to do that and you want to do them all on the same day, that's fine too. If you're not a bodybuilder, you're just a guy who wants to just train, that's fine. I mean, a lot of the exercises that I do, most people could probably actually eliminate some that are not hardcore bodybuilders. So you wouldn't be doing as much as I'm doing anyway, and you'll be able to get it all done in one day. So let's start off with leg extensions. Now today I will be wearing a belt for most of my leg exercises. I do have like a degenerating L5, which sometimes hurts today. It's actually, my back is really stiff, so we will have a problem probably squatting. And what I'll do is I'll put them in towards the end, let my back warm up. So we're gonna start off with the hammer strength leg extension. I'm just doing a warm-up set right now. Real light, 12 reps, get some blood in the legs. The one funny thing about legs is as they get pumped, they look worse. They get really filled with blood and they get really smooth. That's why I always recommend never, ever, maybe light, like squats with no weights backstage, but do not do legs backstage before a show. If you're doing a photo shoot, do not pump your legs up. All it's gonna do is blow them up. You really want them to stay tight. So we're gonna get our first set started now. That was a warm-up set. Now you can use any variation of leg extensions. You can use the one with the pin, the machine, and I personally use this because I've already maxed out the machine out, so I won't get the benefit. I can actually go a lot heavier on here. So we're gonna do 6 reps. Alright, we're second set here. I just noticed that I'm actually wearing the same colors as the machines in the gym, so somebody might actually sit on me, think I'm a machine, so I guess I better be quick today. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we're doing now a variation of squats. It's more of a machine that stimulates free squatting. There's a lot less pressure on your back. I think it's definitely a great exercise, similar to the V-squat machine, which we'll be using today with different feet placements. And we don't really have a hack squat here, so I use this. You just gotta compromise sometimes. Every gym you go to, there's gonna be one piece of equipment missing that the other gym has. It's a little frustrating, but you guys just come up with something, be creative.
You have to more to go. Yeah, 2 more. Get another one in and you do it.
On this exercise, you want to have your feet about parallel. If you're doing normal toe positioning, shoulder width apart. Today my energy is a little bit low. I think I'm working on my house too much, staying up a little bit late, and that does affect your workout. But hopefully I'll get a second win. A lot of times I get a second win in the middle of my workout. Music helps too. Music's good. Energy drink would be good right now. Okay, we're on our third exercise for today. This is going to actually, it's 2 exercises. I'm going to be sitting here for 4 sets. I'm going to point my toes out, feet wide, and that's going to work my inner thigh. More pressure on there. And then we're going to do 2 sets with our feet about 1 inch apart, toes pointed straight. That actually is going to help develop that sweep, what a lot of guys are missing. If you're really missing your sweep. You can actually even do the squats I just did prior to this with your feet together. There's no definite like machine that you have to do the toes pointed out or in. It just depends on what you like. I just feel the best pump on this. All right, we're gonna get our first set done. All right, we're here again, second set. A lot of people have a confusion how far down to go. You should go at least a parallel. I mean, if you really are concentrating just on the quads though, a lot of times I don't go down as far as or as deep because I just want to put emphasis on my quads. If you want to hit the hams and glutes a little more, your back can handle it, then you can go all the way down. I have a really hard time though going all the way down. I tried my best on barbell squats, but my back and my range of motion doesn't really allow me. It would probably take me some time of lowering the weight, practicing, and then I'd be fine. But my quad development is still improving, so I've continued to do what I've been doing. And I usually make up for what I lose on the deepness for hamstrings, I make up on hamstring day anyway. So, and that was gonna help the sweep of the legs. And actually that was gonna help the inner thighs, excuse me. Now we're gonna work on the sweep. The sweep is actually the part that flares out on the sides, this muscle here. And by putting our feet together now for 2 sets, we're gonna be hitting that. Fourth exercise, set 1. Feet about 1 inch apart. A lot of times when I'm doing legs too, I can't talk as much. I really don't socialize as much that day in the gym. It takes a lot of mental energy for me to do legs. So let's get our second set out of the way. I know what you're thinking. My legs are really pale, I know. When you cut lawns for a living, you get a tan from the waist up. So I'm actually going to start tanning today. We're going to actually show you where I go to tan. It's called Island Rays. It's a great tanning salon here in Allentown in the Fitness Plaza. I have a photo shoot in 10 days. Even though they could probably fix the different color of my two-tone body, I'm going to try to fix it myself. When I'm getting ready for a contest, I like to tan about 2 months, at least 2 months out, maybe sometimes 4 to 6 weeks out. The tanning helps tighten the skin, release water, and the muscles just look better. And then you don't have to put as much pro-tan on either, even though still gotta put a lot on, not as much. But I'm not one of those people that have to be tan all year round. And actually, I never ever tan my face. I work for my mom's day spa, European Body Concepts, in East Texas and Pennsylvania, and I've seen what tanning your face can do. After 10 years of tanning your face, you're 40, you look 60. So I just always cover my face in a tanning bed, and I guess I'm lucky too. I'm Greek, so I have a little bit of a olive skin. We're gonna move on to our next exercise, which is gonna be one-legged leg presses. They actually don't have a leg press sled in this gym. They have a totally different leg press, and that's just as good. And I actually use one leg to put emphasis more on each leg individually. So let's head over there. I think my legs look the best, I'd say 5 to 7 days after I've trained them. That's why before a contest, actually I do my last leg workout anywhere between 5 to 10 days. Actually, it's not, I'd say 7 to 10 days. Maybe a little bit light 7 days out, but nothing heavy. You don't want to get that lactic acid in there. You don't want to have any muscles that are torn that need to be repaired to the grow, because at that point you're not really growing. You just want to get all that lactic acid and water out of there, so you just want to avoid doing legs. But everybody's different. You have some guys do legs 3 days before the show and their legs look phenomenal. For me personally, I look better if I don't do legs for at least a week. I'm mentally that it's gonna make you think, wow, I haven't done legs in 10 days, my legs are gonna look horrible, but that's not the case. This is your mind playing tricks on you. Horizontal leg press. A lot of gyms don't have it. They have more of a sled. Either one works. Again, I'm doing them one leg at a time. I'm actually able to come back a little farther with my leg. Feel my hip shifting and getting a better range of motion. Okay, set 2 here. I love leg day. It's my favorite day of the week. We're gonna hit squats, exercise 6. This is what I've been dreading since I walked in. I took my belt off for the leg press because the belt bothers me when I'm doing leg press. So of course I have to put it back on now for squats. We're gonna go a little bit lighter today. My back is stiff. Sometimes I even have a hard time with the first rep getting down there. My back loosens up, so we'll see what happens here. Now on these I do go all the way down. Your knees are not bad, you don't feel any pressure. You can go down as far as I'm going. Otherwise go to parallel. And try to get at least close to parallel if you want to get the most benefit out of this. Now I am not the best form in squats, I'll tell you that right now. I've had a lot of powerlifters, my friends that do this for a living laugh at me, but you know what? My legs are bigger than this. Once your feet shoulders apart, slightly pointing out, it makes it more comfortable. First rep, I couldn't go down as far. My back is really stiff today. Don't get old, folks. We're on our 7th exercise and final for quads. We're gonna hit a glute exercise. I like to hit glutes one exercise on quad day, one on hamstring day. Doesn't hurt to get the glutes developed. Actually, a lot of bodybuilders, when they turn from behind, their glutes and their hamstrings actually like blend in. There's like no distinct separation. So try to hit glutes also. I believe that people say, oh, if you hit this body part, it'll also help that body part, but you need to directly stimulate, I think, each muscle. We're gonna hit front squats here. On these, I can't really go too low down, but I feel a lot of emphasis on the front of my quads. another thing I learned from Marcus Rule when he was here in 2003. I don't even think he does squats anymore. So he just does straight front squats. And as you can see, his legs are ridiculous. They've grown from when he first started immensely. So we're going to use the same weight. This is a really tough exercise if you haven't done it before. It's hard to get the gripping right on the front of your chest. You just got to maybe go something a little lighter to begin with, so you feel the right feeling. You don't feel like you're going to lose it. I have one of my workout partners, which feels like it's going to slide off it. So, all right. Doing the squats and the front squats first or after leg extensions. Do leg extensions first to warm up and then work your way around the machines. These two are mass builders, but I mean, I've done a lot of exercises today, so by the time I get here, I'm not nearly as strong. Otherwise, if I started off, I'd probably be doing 405, 375, then I'd be weaker than the other exercises. But it seems these are hardcore basic exercises that build legs, so it might be a better idea to do them first. All right, I'm waiting about a minute in between each set right now. A lot of times my workouts stay the same, but if I'm in a rush or I'm not feeling it that day, I might wait a little longer in between sets. I might go faster. At this point, after this many years, I pretty much let my body talk to me. I used to hear that a lot from people say, oh, I go in, I do what my body tells me to do. I used to think, how is that possible? You know, I have a regimented routine, but you get to a point where that does happen, it's weird. So second set here, front squats, a different angle than regular squats. Definitely an awesome exercise, I recommend it. More size in your quads. That's why sometimes having a spotter on this exercise is definitely a must. I was having a hard time getting it off the rack there. And if there would have been a lot more weight, I would have been doing it myself. Plus I'm in a small rack here. You bump into something, you just never know. Sometimes your mind's somewhere else, so it's always safe on an exercise like front squats. Have somebody keep an eye on you. All right, we're gonna go over here to our glute exercise and we're done. We're hitting the gluteus maximus. This is not like the most exciting exercise, but you gotta get that butt in shape too. So here we're gonna actually hit 10 to 12 reps. I really don't want to enlarge my butt, so we just want to more, keep the muscles toned. I'm not just trying to shrink it. Gym has its own variation of the glute machine. I mean, if you don't have any weights, you can actually just get on the floor like this, and you can actually just do them with no weight or an ankle weight. You can actually flip over and do pelvic thrusts. So whatever works. Final set. women, I recommend you can actually do the exercise probably as much as abs. It won't hurt to do glutes 3 times a week. I do them actually twice a week, but really, it's only one exercise. It's not like I'm overtraining them. And really, even if you overtrain your glutes, all you can do is get them smaller and harder, basically, so it's not a bad thing. I mean, they grow a lot doing squats and legs, but if you're a woman and you're watching this, I think it's okay to do glutes 3 times a week if that's one of your trouble areas, then with your abs. All right, well, we're done for day 3. I'm gonna go and hit abs. You see me do abs before. I basically am gonna do the same 3 exercises: lower abs, intercostals, upper abs. I'll stick with the same exercises today. Reps between 12 and 20 reps, depending on how I feel. Some people want to do 100 reps. I mean, everybody's different. Like I said, I was blessed. My abs have always been there, and I really don't need too much for them. And I believe that if everything else is growing between 12 and 10 reps, why wouldn't it? Your abs get in shape. So then we're going to do 20 minutes of cardio today. Today's my second cardio session for the week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Only 20 minutes because I'm experimenting with the cardio. I'm leaning out even with 20 minutes 3 times a week. And after that, I'm actually going to tan today for the first time in a long time. Like I said, I have a photo shoot. I want to try to even out my color. So I will see you guys at the tanning salon